Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today what we're going to be doing is getting some headers that I bought onto the Pontiac. Um, these are headers I got. They're just like cheapo hugger headers from eBay Motors. Uh, just needed a cheap set. I always low on funds, but trying to build a car. Here we go. Okay, so this is some anti-seize made for high temp. I'm going to be putting it on the bolts for the headers that I'm installing because I'm planning that I'll probably switch out the heads on this engine at some point. It's just the stock heads that are on it right now. I have another set in the back of my truck, so I might uh, port them or maybe just get a better, like more performance based head or something like that. I'm not really sure yet, but I want them to be able to come out easily and not be fighting with them or snap one off in there or something like that. So that's why I'm putting this on, just so I don't have to deal with any sort of trouble like that later on down the road. Yeah, so I didn't actually mention this before, but these headers, I got them off eBay Motors, and what I actually got them for was about $230, and that was with the shipping and the duties to bring them over into Canada, and it came with the like all the gaskets I'm gonna need to set up and set up my exhaust system. So that was a pretty damn good deal, for the $230 to be shipping my gaskets and my headers. Like, obviously they're cheapo headers, but they're gonna do exactly what I need them to do, which really is just being able to clear the steering rack, because just like the Tri-5 Chevys, the steering rack on this my car is behind the crossmember, and so long tube headers would interfere with that. Also, shorties are just like quite a bit more expensive, even for the lowest of the low cheap ones. So I just went with the huggers because they were gonna fit properly and they were gonna be pretty much my cheapest option. Pretty brutal though. I don't know if you guys noticed while watching it. I'm using a wrench on all these bolts because the head of them are 10 millimeter, and I, like always, have lost my 10 millimeter socket, but I have my 10 mil wrench on me, so that's what I'm using to put them on. Which sucks is at the very back one there. There's like barely any throw between where I could put the wrench on and the firewall, so that took friggin' forever to get that last one in and get it good and tight. Okay, so now here I'm getting all my plug wires plugged back in, and then also getting them kind of cleaned up a little bit. It's a little redneck, little not professional looking, but just using zip ties so that they're not just dangling there and they're not going to be resting or laying across one of the header pipes, because don't need them to burn or anything like that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think it ended up looking too bad once I was done, but it definitely doesn't look professional, especially looking up close. From far, she looks real good though. And that's the other side done. I figured I'd just skip over that instead of seeing me trying to put in 6 bolts with a wrench another time around. But I think they ended up looking pretty good on there. The fitment was really nice. They like slid down perfectly where I needed them to go so that I could actually hook up exhaust to them and not have it interfere. Okay guys, so kind of behind the scenes, my phone died for a minute there. I wired in the alternator, just running up behind the firewall, because originally with the straight 6, the alternator was about right here-ish. Oh, second shadow. The alternator is about right here-ish, so I had to route it, pull it back through, route it around, all the way through the firewall, and then back around to there. So that was just what I did when my phone died. And so what we're gonna do here is battery's charging up on my truck right now, and we're gonna run her, see what she sounds like with the new headers on.